Right then, listen up. You think you know how to handle your kitchen, eh? You cook a beautiful meal, you've got leftovers, you stick it in the fridge, the next day, you bung it in the microwave and think you're a bloody genius. Wrong. You're playing Russian roulette with your dinner, you donut. Some of you are turning perfectly good food into a ticking time bomb, a culinary disaster waiting to happen. You wouldn't serve your worst enemy something that could make them sick, so why are you doing it to yourself and your family? It's a disgrace. I'm here today because I'm sick and tired of seeing people make basic, dangerous mistakes. We're talking about common, everyday foods that you probably reheat without a second thought. Chicken, rice, even bloody potatoes. When you reheat them the wrong way, you're not just ruining the texture and the flavor, you're creating toxins. Yes, toxins. You're turning your beautiful leftovers into something that can cause serious food poisoning, stomach cramps, and a whole lot of misery. It's absolutely shocking. So pay attention, because what I'm about to tell you could save you from a world of pain. I'm going to walk you through 10 foods that you should handle with extreme care. 10 foods that you should never, ever reheat improperly. This isn't about being fancy. This is about being smart and being safe. Don't be an idiot sandwich. Let's get this right once and for all. Now wake up and listen. Let's start with something you all love, the humble potato. You've made a beautiful shepherd's pie, a creamy mash, or some lovely roasted potatoes. You've got some left, so you let them cool on the side and then pop them in the fridge. Big mistake. Huge. When cooked potatoes are left to cool at room temperature for too long before being refrigerated, it's a bloody invitation for a nasty bacteria called Clostridium botulinum to grow. This isn't just a little tummy ache. We're talking botulism, which can be absolutely lethal. Reheating the potato won't kill these toxins once they've formed. The heat isn't high enough, and the damage is already done. You're just warming up a plate of potential poison. So, what do? Simple. Get your leftover potatoes into the fridge as quickly as possible. Don't let them sit out on the counter like you're waiting for a bus. Cool them down, store them properly. Or even better, use your leftover spuds cold. Make a potato salad for goodness sake. Don't be a lazy donkey and risk your health for a warm, mushy, dangerous potato. It's just not worth it. Now chicken. Beautiful, versatile, a staple in kitchens everywhere. But reheating it? It's a bloody minefield. When you cook chicken, you create a specific protein structure. It's delicious, it's tender. But when you chill it and then blast it with heat for a second time, especially in a microwave, that protein composition changes completely. It becomes dense, rubbery, and incredibly difficult for your stomach to digest. It's like trying to digest a golf ball. This isn't just about a bad texture that makes me want to scream. This change in the protein structure can lead to some serious digestive upset. We're talking cramps, bloating, and a trip to the loo you won't forget. You're turning a lean source of protein into a gut-wrenching nightmare. If you absolutely must reheat chicken, do it low and slow. In the oven covered until it's warmed through gently. Don't just nuke it into oblivion. Have some respect for the bird and for your own digestive system. Honestly, it's basic. Eggs, the cornerstone of a good breakfast. Scrambled, fried, poached, beautiful. But leftover eggs? Get them in the bin. Reheating cooked eggs is one of the worst things you can do in a kitchen. When you expose cooked eggs, especially scrambled or boiled ones, to heat for a second time, you're asking for trouble. The high protein content undergoes chemical changes that can create compounds that are genuinely toxic to the human body. It's not just an old wives' tale, it's a scientific fact. These toxins can wreak havoc on your digestive system. You're not just eating a rubbery, disgusting egg, you're eating something that can make you properly ill. It's just not worth the risk for a sad, reheated scramble. If you've cooked too many eggs, use your brain. Mash them up with some mayonnaise for a sandwich filling, chop them into a salad, eat them cold. But for the love of all that is holy, do not put them back in the pan or the microwave. It's a culinary crime. Don't be a plank. Mushrooms. Earthy, delicious, full of flavor. Sautéed with garlic and butter, fantastic. But reheating them, you're destroying them. Mushrooms are packed with proteins that are very easily destroyed by enzymes and microorganisms. From the moment you pick them, they start to degrade. Cooking helps, but if you let cooked mushrooms sit and then try to reheat them, you're just accelerating that decay. The protein structure changes, and it can cause absolute chaos in your stomach. You'll end up with an upset stomach, indigestion, and in some cases, even heart problems from the compounds that form. On top of that, you're zapping away all the good stuff. The vitamins, the minerals, gone. You're left with a slimy, flavorless, and potentially harmful mess. It's an insult to the mushroom. If you have leftover cooked mushrooms, the best thing to do is eat them cold. Toss them into a salad or on top of a pizza before it goes in the oven for the first time. Don't reheat them on their own. It's a waste. Rice. It seems so innocent, doesn't it? A simple grain. Well, let me tell you, reheated rice is one of the biggest culprits for food poisoning out there. It's not the reheating itself that's the problem. It's the way the rice is stored after it's been cooked the first time. Uncooked rice contains spores of a bacteria called Bacillus cereus. These spores are clever little devils. They can survive the cooking process. If you then leave that cooked rice standing at room temperature, the spores can germinate and multiply, producing toxins. When you reheat the rice, you might kill the bacteria, but you won't destroy the heat-resistant toxins they've already produced. And it's these toxins that will make you violently ill. Vomiting, diarrhea, the whole horrid show. It's a common cause of what people call fried rice syndrome. So, the secret is to cool the rice down as quickly as possible, within an hour, and get it straight into the fridge. Don't leave it sitting in the rice cooker or on the side. Treat it with urgency. Get it cold, get it stored, or get it in the bin. Spinach, Popeye's favorite, packed with iron, nitrates, and all sorts of good things. We love it, but those nitrates are precisely the reason you need to be bloody careful. Nitrates themselves are harmless, but when you cook spinach, let it cool and then reheat it. You create the perfect conditions for those nitrates to convert into nitrites and then into nitrosamines. And let me be clear, nitrosamines are carcinogenic. That means they have the potential to cause cancer. Are you listening to me? You're turning a superfood into a potential health hazard. This is especially dangerous for young children. It's not worth the risk just to warm up a bit of wilted green mush. If you have leftover cooked spinach, you have one option and one option only. Eat it cold. Stir it into a pasta salad, blend it into a smoothie, whatever. But do not apply heat to it a second time. It's a simple rule, a safety rule. Don't be a muppet and ignore it. Your health is more important than a warm side dish. Carrots, just like spinach, are another vegetable you need to watch. They're sweet, they're crunchy, they're full of vitamins. They are also, unfortunately, high in nitrates, especially if they're grown in soil rich in fertilizer. Again, nitrates on their own are fine. But when you subject cooked carrots to a second round of heating, those nitrates can convert into nitrites. And nitrites are not your friends. They can be particularly harmful, interfering with your blood's ability to carry oxygen. This is a serious issue, particularly for infants, whose bodies are much more sensitive to these effects. It can lead to a condition known as blue baby syndrome. Now, are you going to get sick from one reheated carrot? Probably not. But why would you even take the chance? It's about building good, safe habits in the kitchen. If you've cooked a big batch of carrot and swede mash, for example, only reheat the portion you're going to eat immediately. Better yet, enjoy your leftover carrots cold in a salad. Don't be lazy, be smart. Right, celery. It's the base of so many beautiful soups, stews, and stocks. The holy trinity: onion, carrot, and celery. But just like its partners in crime, carrot and spinach, celery is packed with nitrates. I feel like a broken record here, but you lot don't seem to be listening. When you make a big pot of soup and then reheat it over and over again, the celery in that soup is a problem. Each time you heat it, those nitrates have another chance to turn into toxic nitrites. So that healthy vegetable soup you keep reheating for lunch all week? It could be getting more and more harmful with each trip to the microwave. It's madness. If you make a big batch of soup or stew containing celery, and you know you're going to reheat it, my advice is to pick the celery out before you do. Or, if you're making the soup from scratch with the intention of having leftovers, add the celery to the individual portion you're about to eat, rather than cooking it all in the main pot. Think ahead. It's called planning, you pillock. Fish, delicate, flavorful, and full of healthy omega-3s. A perfectly cooked piece of salmon or cod is a thing of beauty. A reheated piece of fish is an abomination. It's a crime against seafood. When you reheat fish, especially in a microwave, you're doing two terrible things. First, you're completely destroying the texture. That beautiful, flaky flesh turns into a dry, rubbery, disgusting mess. It's an insult to the fisherman who caught it and the chef who cooked it. And the smell? It will stink out your entire house, your office, everything. But more importantly, just like chicken, the protein structure changes, making it tough to digest. And depending on how it was stored, you run a huge risk of food poisoning. Fish goes off incredibly quickly, and reheating it can be like rolling the dice with your health. Leftover cooked fish should be eaten cold. Flake it into a salad, make a fish cake mixture that you then cook from scratch, or mix it with some creme fraiche and dill for a beautiful pâté. Do not, I repeat, do not put it in the microwave. Have some damn respect. And finally, beetroot. Deep, earthy, vibrant color. Fantastic. But guess what? It's another one that's rich in nitrates. I hope by now the message is finally getting into your thick skulls. Just like spinach, carrots, and celery, reheating beetroot poses that same risk of converting those healthy nitrates into harmful nitrites. It's a recurring theme, a pattern of stupidity that many of you fall into. You roast a batch of beautiful beets, enjoy some for dinner, and then nuke the rest for lunch the next day. Stop it! You're taking a nutrient-dense vegetable and potentially turning it into something harmful. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. Leftover roasted beetroot is absolutely delicious cold. Slice it up and put it in a sandwich with some goat's cheese and rocket. Toss it into a salad for a splash of color and flavor. Blend it into a dip. There are a million delicious things you can do with cold, cooked beetroot that don't involve blasting it with radiation and turning it into a chemistry experiment. Use your imagination, for crying out loud. Right, that's it. 10 foods you need to stop reheating like a clueless amateur. Look, I'm not trying to scare you into throwing all your leftovers away. I'm trying to make you think. Food is to be enjoyed, to be respected. The last thing you want is for your delicious dinner to turn around and bite you in the backside the next day. Being smart about how you store and handle your leftovers isn't just good cooking practice. It's essential for your health and the health of your family. So stop being lazy and start being careful. Don't just take my word for it. The science is there. A little bit of planning goes a long way. Cool your food quickly, store it properly, and think twice before you hit that reheat button. Is it a food that's better off eaten cold? Can you transform it into a new, delicious dish without blasting it with heat? Use your brain. A great cook isn't just about flavor. It's about technique and safety. It's about understanding your ingredients from start to finish. Now, do me a favor. If you learned something today, if this video has stopped you from making a potentially dangerous mistake, then share it. Send it to your friends, your family, that flatmate who always stinks out the kitchen with his reheated fish. Let's get the word out and stop people from turning their kitchens into hazardous waste zones. Now, get out of my sight and go cook something beautiful and safe. Cheers.